Hello everyone, how are you? This is Aga Arslan from Arsal's vlog. So उम्मीद है कि आप लोग सब ठीक होंगे and you are feeling very well during Ramadan and you're having a good days as well during COVID-19 situation. So inshallah the things will be fine. Okay, right. So as you know that the format of our program is to introduce different guest speakers from the different countries, in fact, and on different topics, right? So what we do is actually we discuss with them and we share their experiences and we ask them different questions according to their experience. So similarly, we have a guest today, which is a special guest, and on my request, he actually accepted it, and I'm really thankful to him. Omar Emad Alhijazi from Jordan. Right, so let me introduce who is Omar Emad Alhijazi. Omar Emad Alhijazi is a passionate public speaker, a three-time TEDx speaker, Toastmaster, international member, and the pitch coach. This session is going to be beneficial for everyone who has the passion to become public speaker, but the fear of being, fear of facing audience is going to be the biggest barrier of their progress. So let me introduce our guest, Umar, who will be telling us something good about the public speaking. Assalamu alaikum, kaifa halik?
وعليكم السلام كيف حالك؟
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. How are you, Umar? Thank you so much. Thank you so much again for accepting our request. Being an international speaker, and we are really honorable to see you on our stage.
Well, thank you very much for inviting me to your blog. You're doing an amazing job, and I'm truly honored to be part of this amazing effort. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. So, how's things working in Jordan?
Well, we're under this coronavirus issue, so we're still some of us are working at home. So some of us have started going back to their offices. But for me, I'm still working from home, so we're working 24 hours.
Okay, great. So, how about the patients of the COVID-19 situations? Is it increasing day by day, or there is something that you can see something positive in the future?
Well, alhamdulillah, in Jordan, we're kind of in control. So sometimes it outbreaks, sometimes we control it, but mainly it is under control. Yes.
Right. Similarly, like we have in the government, we have like the provincial and the federal government's conflict. So the federal government says that let the things open, and the provincial government says no, that need to be closed because COVID-19 is going to increase day by day. That the things happens.
We need to be careful, to be honest. Yes, we need to be careful.
Yes, absolutely right. Omar, I have introduced you to our audience. So those who don't know in much detail, I want you to introduce yourself, details which I really wanted to know about.
Okay. Well, introducing myself will be actually, I'll tell a story about myself.
Great.
But before I tell a story, there's something fascinating that I need to share, which you're really excited about, brother, which is that I'm half Pakistani, and this explains the looks, to be honest.
Really?
Yes, I am. My mother is Pakistani. Yes.
Wow. Well, that's a good news, in fact.
yeah. This is great.
Happy to hear.
Thank you very much. Well, my story started when I was 12 years old. And that was the first time I stand on stage in front of 500 people. It was scary, but for me, it gave me the idea that I can actually stand in front of an audience and talk. This has led me, this has led me into a passion of mine, which is public speaking. And then I found myself that, I am someone who gets concerned really a lot, and if you give me an exam, then I will feel that this is something huge in front of me. But on the other side, put me in front of an audience of 1,000 people, and I'll just feel myself that I just feel that I found myself. I found my voice.
Wow.
So I thought about myself. It is kind of a thing that I'm proud of, but I have to transfer this knowledge. I have to transfer this into other people who would like to address themselves. So I'd like to address the ideas they have, but they can't because they're afraid of public speaking. So my goal was to find people's voices like I found mine, and to give them the floor so they can express themselves more and more. And when I figured out that I'm someone who can stand on stage, I thought about it, and then I found myself winning 8 national competitions in Jordan in a row.
Great,
And
mashallah.
thank you very much. And then I found myself getting into Toastmasters, and then participating in the World Cup of Public Speaking. Yes, of course, I lost on the third round 3 times in a row, but that was a different experience, and it is something that I truly admire.
Absolutely great.
This passion has led me to conduct public speaking courses. So I have this public speaking course which is exclusive. It's called A Sword and a Gunfight. How do you bring, like, it's because I considered that the stage is a battlefield, and it's all about guns, and you have to get a gun. You don't have to get a sword if you want to stand on stage. And I have this training conducted exclusively with an organization called Ishraq Consultation for Development.
Okay.
And it is mainly about educational institutions and educational courses, psychological fields in management, and empowering people in the educational field.
Okay.
Exclusively, I do give this kind of training with them. Well, basically, this is me. I work. My day job is a partnership and learning officer at Riyadh, and my passion is public speaking. So whenever you find a free time for me, you will find me addressing people, talking to them, or maybe on one of talking to them. Exactly. Yeah, this is what I do for fun. Yeah, and then they say that I speak a lot. Yeah. So
great.
So this is me, sir.
Great, Omar. Good to hear about your story, and that's really fascinating for the people and the inspirational for the people. In fact, for me as well. Honestly speaking, I wanted to be a very good public speaker. When I started speaking to my students, I used to be the teacher, in fact, the language teacher. So it was my first class, and I was like pouring. I was just shivering. Although all the students were very young, and in fact, they're younger than me, but the fear of the students that what they're going to be asked to me, what they're going to like say anything, like they're going to taunt me, they're going to laugh on me, what they're going to do. So that fear actually was like a monster, and they're going to eat me. That was really the fear. In fact, talking to people. In fact, although that was a closed class, and it wasn't the open stage, and definitely talking on the open stage is a big task, really. And that I appreciate your efforts that you started with 1,000 of the people, in fact. And really, that's amazing to know about your experience. Right, so as everybody knows that the topic that we are going to cover today is the public speaking, because the story of Umar, guys, that you knew about, that he's a public speaker, and he'll let us know that actually how to remove your fears of the public speaking. Over to you, Umar. Please tell us something about the public speaking, please.
Well, thank you very much. When you talk about public speaking, people usually go into the idea of a stage and people and them laughing at you and them looking at you. Those kind of looks are like, I don't really like your shirt. I don't think you really look good. Okay, I think your beard needs trimming. And those are the ideas that go into my head. But basically, public speaking is actually your life. And this is something that I really want to share, because whenever you open your mouth and say some words, you just spoke in public, and this is public speaking.
It is. Yes.
So basically, when people come and tell you that, listen, I'm not really good in talking to people, don't buy it. Because actually, those people, when they go to talk to their mothers, it is so much different than when they talk to their bosses, or when they talk to their wives, or fathers, or sons. There's always an addressing style. This addressing style is a public speaking style. We actually have it inside of us. And that's why one of my theories is that we have a public speaking bubble above us, and then we pick whatever we want from an addressing style, from a facial expression, from a vocal variety, and tone, and eye contact, and then we just throw it in the face of the person who we're talking to. So basically, you can't get into your into the office of your boss and then boss him around and tell him that, hey, sir, I'm not coming today to work. You can't do that, because you need to pick and select the best addressing style. So it's a bubble. It's not about what you say. We always think about, I have to know exactly what I say. It's important, but it's not about what you say. It's about how you say it. It matters to me a lot if you address me in a way that, takes me, hooks me. It's about how you say it. Right. But sir, the most big and major problem that we face, if we want to stand in front of people and start.
Omar, I'm just give me a second. I'm just going to cut it off because the people are saying, I got a WhatsApp from the people, and they say they can't hear you properly, and your video is a bit scrambling. So can you please check it?
Okay. If my video is a little bit scrambling, then okay. Let me try to change my place.
It's going better. Okay, please. It's getting better.
Okay.
Yeah, it's getting better. Yes.
Are you sure? If you want, I can try to change my place.
Yeah, that would be fine. You can try it.
Okay. Just give me one minute.
Right. Dear audience, do let us know that if the videos you can see it's fine, or you can suggest us if you need to change the place, or it's getting problem. Is it audible or not? Please do let us know. Okay. Right. So meanwhile, I can see few eyes, and the people are here. In fact, so the random comments are like, say good to see you. Good going. Yeah, it's better now.
It's better. Okay.
It's better. Yeah, it is.
So basically, what I was talking about is that there is a public speaking bubble for the people who couldn't hear me well. There's a public speaking bubble, and we address people in the way that we want. So if someone comes and says that I don't know how to address people, just don't buy it. Don't listen to them.
Okay.
But the problem is the next topic, which is the stage. This is the problem. This is where people get really afraid. They get, okay, you want me to stand, not even on a stage, and talk to people and address people? No, thank you very much. I don't want that. You know why?
Yeah.
Because as you said, sir, you start, your heart starts pounding, you start pouring, and then you feel that people are going to laugh at you.
Yes.
You know what? This is your brain. This is only your brain, because your brain is always seeking for your comfort. So basically, when you tell your brain that, hey, we're going on stage in front of people, and people are going to look at you, laugh at you, your brain will be like, whoa, wait, where are you going? No, people will laugh at you. You won't remember the words. You will make a fool of yourself. So please stay.
Yeah,
behind.
that's true.
Don't go. But you know what? Your brain is okay with it, because he thinks that you're at risk, so he's doing his job. But what you should do is comfort your brain. You know what? They always say that you have to practice, and I agree with this methodology. You always need to practice and practice before you go on stage. You always need to.
Yes.
You never go on stage unprepared. Never. And this is definite. But I will tell you some fun things that you should do, and I've tried them and they really work.
Okay.
If you're listening to me, if you have a very favorite song of yours that makes you happy, or rhythm or something that makes you happy, listen to it before going on stage. Or go into a private room and make some victory signs. Literally, make some victory signs like you won the lottery, or won the competition, or done something.
Right.
This is going to change the mood of your brain, and then when you address people, you will address them in a better way. You know why I said? Because all what you feel is in the first 10 to 15 up to 20 seconds. That's all. All what you feel, my heart is pounding, I'm feeling anxious, I'm pouring, I don't know what to say. It's the first 20 seconds. And then you will just go with the flow. So what I say from my experience is prepare your first two sentences.
Okay.
And don't just only prepare your sentences. Get excited about them. You know?
This is something like, you can say something like ice breaking in the starting.
Wow. You're very much ice breaking, but I don't want you to come on stage and tell me, hello, my name is Omar and I am a public speaker. Don't do that, because everyone will do that. Select a sentence that will make me as an audience see, oh yeah, this person is different. I'm going to listen to him.
Yeah.
This will excite the audience and this will excite you. So the first 20 seconds will make you feel, wow, I'm good. I can go on.
Right.
Okay. And you know what? What is the worst case scenario? Nobody actually on earth happened, or nothing happened on earth that you stand and people will be like, sit down. We don't want to listen to you. Nobody does that.
Yeah.
The worst case scenario, the worst case, they're going to be silent. You know what?
For long,
you will got the bonus, which is the clap. People will clap to you when you finish. So basically, what am I afraid of? I own the stage, I own the place, and I can do whatever I want. One more thing I want to share, or two more things I want to share.
Yeah.
Which are the no-nos. Don't. Please don't. Okay. Whatever you have in your life, please don't imagine the audience naked. Please. This is a public speaking tip which does not work. You know why? Because if I want to imagine the people in front of me naked, then I will be like really distracted from whatever I want to say, and then it doesn't work. I don't know how does it work. I don't know if it works with people anyway. But another no-no is don't memorize.
Okay.
Don't memorize, because people will go into the easy solution. They'll say, no problem, I will write a script. I will go in front of people. I will say it word by word, and everything will be fine. Well, yeah, fine. I won't say no. But what if someone interrupted you?
Yeah.
What will you do? Well, you will be like, excuse me, sir, but I have to repeat the last sentence because I have a flow inside my head. You can't do that. What you have to do is to write a talking points. And then this point, just elaborate. Say whatever you want. This is very important.
True.
Because people will listen. And what will people listen to? They will listen to a personal experience. They will listen to a story. If you come and tell them that, I have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they won't really, it's not interesting unless you put it in a story. Once upon a time, I was on stage, and then 1, 2, 3 happened, because people relate to stories. People relate to personal experiences. And this is very important.
It is. Yes.
And this is the point. And this is the point I wanted to share regarding speaking on stage.
Right. Okay. Here I got a question. Fact for those, as you said, that you don't need to remember your speech. That's true that you have to be natural. So whatever you have practiced, that you have to just throw it out on the stage, and the people will definitely listen to you. The worst case scenario, in fact, it won't be happen like something like, okay, something like, you please go off the stage.
Nobody will do that.
Yes, nobody would do that. Although whatever you are speaking, they are going to give you some respect. That's true.
Because you own the stage. Because, sir, you own the stage. But the moment you stand and speak, people will forcefully listen. And this is the fact that people don't get. People will forcefully listen to you. So why don't you make it interesting? Make it interesting. Put some stories. Share some personal experiences. Make it fit to you. Be yourself. Be yourself. If something happens, like now, imagine that I have the speech that I want to tell you now memorized. When I told me to change my place, I would have been no, I can't change my place. And the point is that there was another place that I was really adjusting for the previous half an hour, and then you came to me and you were like, it doesn't work. Just change your place. If I memorized my speech, it would have been really, really awful to me. So don't memorize. Don't memorize.
Right. This is something like what I have learned from my experiences. When you actually remember your speech, you are in the comfort zone, right? So the first point is you don't have to be in your comfort zone. You have to come out from your comfort zone. That will definitely help you to make yourself be a natural speaker. And this is why that if you just name any speaker from the world, they are very naturally speaking. They don't memorize the things. In fact, you're absolutely right. At the starting of the point, you have to make some story to just engage the audience in the very first part of the speech, so the people are going to listen to you, and that's very true.
Yes, this is very true. Yes.
Okay, great.
I totally agree with you. Yes, go ahead.
Right. Yeah, the next question, the question that I have, how would you suggest to the people who are just entering in the public speaking passion, right? They're very new, in fact, and they are just young, energetic. What the first thing or second thing or the three things that you would suggest them to become a public speaker?
Yes. Well, the first thing you have to do is to stand in front of a mirror and then rehearse your speech. But when I say speech,
in fact, that is the oldest thing that I've heard from the children. Like if I was a kid,
Yes, this is very true. This is very true. What I want you to do is just to stand in front of a mirror. But before you do that, just write down whatever you want to talk about. Write it down, even in your slang language. It doesn't have to be something organized. Just write down what you want to say, and then pick the words, the big words that you want to talk about, and stand in front of a mirror, and then keep on repeating it. Every time you repeat it, you will use different words. You won't use the same sentences and the same words. You will use different words. This will give you the confidence and the capability to get empowered regarding your content. Once you get the idea of your content and you rehearse, you practice and you practice and you practice, you go on, you listen to your favorite song, you prepare your first 2 sentences to start with, and then you just go with the flow. You will be afraid. You will feel that anxiety is hitting you, and this is very true. And you will get into the point that you will feel that I can do it. But congratulations, because out of 10, 6 people have the same thing. So you're normal.
True.
So you're normal.
That is true. Yeah.
You're normal. So no problem at all. So all what you have to do is to practice. Write your content, not memorize it word by word, and then practice it in front of a mirror. Listen to your favorite song so you can become in a better mood. Prepare your 2 sentences which you want to start with, and please don't start with hello, how are you? No, this is the regular, and then go on.
Absolutely agree. In fact, I want to add a point that what I have experienced in my life, that if you want to practice, this is the first thing that you have to do in the front of the mirror. But the other thing is that you just grab some of your friends, ask them to listen to you. Once you are comfortable with them, add some 4 people, and you'll just keep adding them, and definitely whatever, because the friends are the things that you can be very open and natural, right? So here, what you can improve, the first thing, your confidence, the pitch, because the people who don't know public speaking, or they are not much confident, how would they start something like this? What am I going to do? Okay, so hello, what I'm going to tell you. They're very low, the energy is very low. but in the front of your friends, you're very energetic already. So your confidence is already high. So just do something in front of your friends. And once they give you some thumbs up, add some more people, some unknown people, and try again. And definitely it will go and go and go.
I totally agree with you. It is very important to add unknown people to you, because if you get comfortable with the audience and then you go with the same speech into an audience that you don't know anything about, then this will be a trauma for you actually. So no, add unknown people and try to give the speech in front of them. It is very important, very, very important. Yes.
Right. Talking about the speaking on the stage, anyhow, I mean, for a sudden moment, you forgot something that you wanted to say. What are the tips that you want to advise?
Well, basically, you have to be yourself. You know, if you're standing on stage, people will eventually listen to you. Like sooner or later, the sentence is going to come out of you. So if you forget something, you have to be yourself. You have to be natural. You know, you can stay silent, and this is going to be awkward. Don't. Or you can say, you know what? I just forgot what I wanted to say. I'll get back to it later. You know, this will give you this will give me as an audience the idea that you are actually empowered. You own your place. You know, because you don't mind forgetting. People have this idea that if I forget, people will laugh at me. Oh my God, what's going to happen to me? But no, actually, people will listen to you. People will be like, yeah, please take your time. Would you like a glass of water? Please, just take your time. No problem. People, the audience will support you if they feel that you own this. Yes.
Yeah, right. In fact, the other thing, because I'm discussing with you the things which I have learned in my experience that just pops in my mind. So I don't want to miss it, and I want to share with the people.
Please.
The first thing what I have, in fact, from my experience, I learned that you need to be a friend of your audience. The first thing.
Yes.
Be a good friend. Just make some jokes so they are comfortable with you. You are comfortable with them. Even though if you forget anything, they'll support you. The point that you get that the audience will support you. And this stage, definitely they are going to support you.
Well, I totally agree with you, but with one comment that if you do if you do a joke and in front of the audience, it's actually, it might work. People will laugh. You will feel okay. But what if they didn't?
Yeah.
You will feel like, okay.
So that was a bad joke.
So my advice is never joke until you feel that you're friendly with the audience. The moment you feel that you're friendly with the audience is friendly with you. So if you smile or if you make a joke, people will actually laugh. People will laugh genuinely at it. But if I throw a joke and then people won't laugh, I will be devastated. I will be like, okay, I am in a very bad place. What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not funny. Yeah.
All right. Something like this. What am I gonna do now? Do I have to make another joke for them?
Okay. Do I have to make? Am I bad at jokes? My friend said that I'm good. What happened? You know, this kind of.
That's very true.
That worked yesterday. What happened today? You know.
Absolutely true, Omar. I got some audience, so let me take some messages from the audience as well. So the first message I got from Abdul Wahab, good to see you, Agha, good going. Right? And I got a question from, I don't know what she's saying.
Tag. This is a tag, I believe.
Okay, right. So can you pronounce this?
Well, the name in Arabic is Ala Emad, and she's a good friend of mine. And then there's Ayat Asrawi, and it's another name. She's tagging.
Okay, right. She's tagging actually. Right. Yeah. Okay. Always proud of you, Omar Alhijazi.
And for you. And this is the founder of the Ishraq Consultation and Development. You know, she's attending the session. Yes. So.
Okay. Great. Yeah. Welcome, our friend. Thank you so much for attending today's session. And we got from Mahmoud, the people from your side, but I can see a lot of people.
How can you transfer this passion when you start talking? Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Mahmoud, for this question. Well, how can you start transferring this passion when you start talking? People will feel that you're passionate about what you're talking about, and then this is actually is going to get along with people. If I go on stage and I don't want to be on stage, I don't want to be with you today, I will be like, you know I'm not sure, I don't know, you will feel that there's this vibe that you're not welcome. This is the same thing which the audience feel if you're not really welcoming the idea of standing on stage. But if you're passionate about it, and the only way to be passionate about it is if you tell a story. If you tell a personal story about yourself, a story that you really like, then people will feel the passion and it will be transferred to them.
True.
Yes.
Very true. Very true. Right. So I got a question. I think Mahmoud, you got the answer from Omar. I got another comment from. You can only pronounce this, please.
Well, this is them tagging each other.
Okay. Right. Okay. Then I can all support. Thank you so much. And I got a comment from good work, Omar.
Well, thank
Omar,
you very much.
You got a lot of fans.
Okay. Well.
Right. I got a Mahmoud. Kindly, I want to ask Omar a question. So,
Okay.
what is the question? I
Please,
think,
or maybe he asked the question.
yeah, that was the first one. Yeah.
Maybe there's another question. Yes.
Yeah. Let me check again. Okay, it's from interesting topic. Thank you, Omar.
Fidaya, it's interesting topic. Thank you, Omar. Thank you, Fida. Fida, she's the sister of my fiance, by the way.
Acha, mashallah. Right. So when are you going to get married? In fact,
basically.
Inshallah. The sound is good. Very nice. I think actually I asked people that how's the sound and video is working. I got from Romeo as well. It's perfect. Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah. And the video is fine as well.
Yeah.
And the sound and the video call is also fine.
Video call.
All right. Yes, that's going great. Ursula, I joined late. Can you just publish name of today's guest? Right. I can show you.
Okay.
It's basically we have Omar Alhijazi with us. Muhammad Saab. I think that it was an older comment, actually. Right. And you got a lot of fans, in fact, mashallah.
Yeah.
You can see the highlights from the different people. All right, I got a long comment. I can read it for you. We're a great trainer, Ishraq, consultation, development, always part of your personal professionally. Okay, right. And it says Zabardast topic. Zabardast means very nice, very good.
Okay, thank you very much.
That's an Urdu word, in fact. Confidence is the key. Absolutely. Yes.
Definitely.
How to break the ice while entering the arena.
Yes.
I think yes, please.
Yeah, well, we covered some of this topic when we said that you have to start with the two interesting sentences which are different than the usual way of starting. That you will start with you will start with if I say hello, how are you? Don't start with this. This is how you break the ice. If I start with when I started, when I said that I'm half Pakistani, that was a way of grabbing the attention to the audience instead of saying hello, how are you? My name is Omar Emad Alhijazi and I'm a public speaker. It's
yeah, true, absolutely true, right? Okay, right. So I got few comments as well. So let's see. So we can continue our topic, and then definitely the questions would be there as well.
Okay.
Right. So what we are going to cover, Omar, next?
Well, I do believe we're going to talk about filler words, right? Or anxiety.
Filler words.
We already covered the anxiety of public speaking.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. How about this one?
Oh, the impromptu monster. Yes. Well, it is a monster. The impromptu. till now we're talking about prepared speeches, that you have to prepare your content and you have to do things in a way that that you have the content and then you have to talk about it. But now imagine that you're sitting with me and then I ask you something out of the blues. This is the impromptu. This is something that you're not even prepared for. I don't know what to say. I don't know. Is it something that I have to talk about, or how am I going to start? How am I going to end? And then I'll tell you, and I'll make it worse. I'll tell you, you have 1 minute to answer me. So basically, this is the impromptu, and it's a monster. But it's a science by itself. It has 7 ways or 7 techniques of solving it. But what you can do is, I'll give you 2 techniques. The first one is to dig in. The second one is to go out. If you come and tell me about the COVID-19, tell me that I want to talk about COVID-19, then I will tell you, there are 2 ways. I'm not prepared. I don't know anything about COVID-19, but I will try to improvise. So I will come and tell you. I will dig in. I will say, well, COVID-19 is a disease and it is dangerous and you should take care. I'm getting inside the COVID-19. Or I can go outside and I tell you, I go around the topic and then I tell you, diseases are always, have been always in the history, and we've been always trying to solve diseases, and it is important to find medicines for it. I'm still talking about the same topic, but on a different perspective. So the impromptu, if you face this kind of question, think about it. It's either I go inside the topic and talk about it, or it's either I go out of it and then talk more about it. So this is the monster of impromptu.
Right. So is it something like the question that actually you don't know the answer, and so you have to be very honest if you don't know the answer. You have to be very honest with this.
Well, I don't want you to say that I don't know the answer. I want you to move around the topic. You can ask me about anything that I have no idea about, and then I will answer you, because it's either that I get into the topic with a little bit of information and lots of addressing skills, or then I can move around it. But I'm not going to tell you, well, I'm really sorry, I have no idea what are you talking about. So no. Well, if the impromptu is part of public speaking, but it is way complex measures of public speaking. It needs lots of preparation, lots of readings, lots of words, so you can know what you're talking about. Yes.
Right. In fact, this thing comes in mind when we're talking about the public speaking on a stage. I want you to also advise us something like, do we have to use the technology for the presentations when you're on the stage, or you don't have to use the notes? What people do is actually they have the notes on their hands. Is it a good way to if you forget anything, you can just review your notes and say, is it a good thing? Is it a good ethical thing?
Well, basically, it's a good thing to have notes, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing to look once in a while into it on the side, but because I want you to be yourself. I want you to talk from the heart. So basically, if you want to look at it and then look again and then talk, then it's fine, as long as you're not reading, and as long as if you have a PowerPoint behind you, just do not look at the PowerPoint and forget the people, because eye contact is very important with them. So having a piece of paper is really good, really good. If you have some points, but what is most important, sir, is for you to know that what is in this paper. That point 1 is this, point 2 is this, point 3 is this, and then oops, I forgot point 4, so I can say, I totally forgot what I want to talk about next, and then I look, and then I will go and then move on.
Right. Is it okay to take a break for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes when you have a session of 2 hours, or it's better to go and continue?
Well, if you want to kill the audience, then go on for 2 hours. Well, people every 30 minutes, every 40 minutes need a break. So if you're talking about 2 hours, you need this 10 minutes in between. It will refresh you. It will give you an insight of what you want to talk more later on, and it will give me as an audience the idea that I can play around, I can move around, I can do something, I can chat, and then get back to you.
Right. How would you advise to the public speakers to dress up for the public speaking?
Well, my advice is your favorite shirt, your favorite jeans or trousers or whatever you want, your favorite clothes, because your favorite clothes give you confidence.
All right. Is it okay to have something in your hands that you'll be comfortable? It could be pen, because what I've heard from this, it could be pen, or it could be a marker, it could be a stick, it could be a paper, or even if you want to be more comfortable on a stage, you just go behind the bar, or that is a half stage that the people can see your face and the hands, and your whole body is covered. Is it okay, or it's better to go the whole?
Well, okay. If you want to hold something in your hand, this is a tool for you to make you less anxious, to make you less stressed. But it's okay if you want to hold a pen in your hand. Just don't do this.
Right.
Just don't click it. This is very important. And one of the techniques that your brain says for you, that you have to hide behind a podium or something, so you can cover yourself, you can hide yourself. But if I cover myself, it will be more harder for me, because if I want to convey a point to you, then I have to use my facial expression, my vocal variety, my eye contact, and this is going to be harder because I don't have my hands, because they're all tied up. So but if I have my hands, then I can use them, and the message can be conveyed, and you can feel that. Yes.
Right.
So my advice, don't hide behind the stage.
Absolutely true.
Yeah.
Right. So I got some from comments as well. So we are having comments. So definitely the audience, we need to take care of them as well. Okay. Right. The comment is about would it be different of introducing myself on stage in front of a referee committee rather than just a watching audience?
Would it be different if introducing myself on stage is in front of a referee committee rather than just a watching audience? Well, I'm not really getting the question, but if I want to,
he wants to talk about the committee or the judges or the guest, the guest that you have, the special guest. You have to talk to them first, introduce yourself, or you have to just start with the audience. What I got from the question.
Introducing myself on stage in front of a referee rather than just watching audience. Well, let me try to move around this. Well, if I'm addressing an audience or a refereeing committee, then I am the one who's owning the stage. So basically, if I start my way, then it is going to be very beneficial for me, because it's going to be different. If it's the other way around, if there's another way to understand the question. If I am there's a committee and there's an audience, then I can introduce myself, and then I can introduce myself to the committee, and then I can address the audience. So if I got the question right, to be honest.
Right. Omar, I got another question, in fact, then I'll take from the audience as well. For example, if you are in the middle of the competition of the public speaking, right? You have 10 public speakers, and your number is number 5. Let's suppose you're going to present yourself on the number 5, but you have to choose to take a number. The introducer actually asks you which number do you want to be? You want to come earlier, or you want to come in the end? What would you advise? What is the best number you need to come on?
Well, if you want my advice, I would come earlier. Because if I'm anxious about the speaking itself, waiting is going to stress me more. So and my brain is going to manipulate me more, and then I'm going to see people on stage, and then it will give me those kind of things that, look, people are not laughing to him or to her, look, it is not working with them, because my mind is trying hard to tell me to sit, not to stand. But if I take the stage earlier, I can, and I have my sentences prepared, then it can be a first. I can be someone. I can do it. I can end. I can do what I have to do, inspire the audience, and then finish. So
Right.
For me, start earlier.
Right. Starting earlier will give you something advantage like this. If you come in the middle or the end of your number, what will happen if someone has delivered a very good speech, your confidence will go down, right? So yes.
Well, yes, I agree with you, but you being the version of yourself always has this imprint that is different than others, because you have a different story, you have a different personal experience, you have something else to share. So even if they're good, you can be good as well. It is not like that they're good and then I don't think that I'll be as good as them. This is your brain speaking to you again.
Yes. And the language matters as well. This question is actually related to the language. As you know that the audience knows Arabic and they know the English as well. You're comfortable with the both, but you're more comfortable with your mother language, which is the Arabic, for example. For me, it's Urdu. But the English language will give me the confidence, and the people would say, "Wow, you're speaking English, man." So, what do you think? What would be the best thing to choosing for the language?
Well, the language is whatever you feel comfortable, and it depends on your audience. If you have people, if you know how to speak English, and you have people in your audience that they're English and they don't understand Arabic or Urdu, for example, then you have to respect your audience. So you have to speak their language.
Yes.
But after all, the language matters, but it's not what you say; it's how you say it. Like even if you had a broken language, but you convey the message, but you are using your body language, you're using your vocal variety, you're using your tone, then you're good to go.
Great. I got a comment from audience. Useful topic, a good head, Omar. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Right. So here you go. My friend taught me, in fact, if you have a good command on your topic, you will be full of confidence in front of any of the audience. Absolutely true.
Definitely. And this is why we said practice your content. This is very important.
True.
Thank you.
Right. And she says, thank you.
Most welcome.
Right. Okay. How can I overcome stage fright?
How can I overcome stage fright? Well, all what you have to do is to literally practice well. Because stage fright, there's nothing like, I don't want to tell you that you will overcoming it. You can cope with it. Coping with it and getting along with it is like what you have to do is you have to get along with it, and in a way that you need to practice well, practice, and then prepare your first two sentences. I always emphasize on this because if you prepare your first two sentences, then you will be excited about it. You'll be prepared. You will pass the first 10 to 20 seconds. If you don't want to prepare your first sentences, if you want to start with hello, how are you? No problem at all. But what you should do is listen to your favorite song before you go on stage. Trust me, this really works.
That is really.
There's some kind of songs that makes you happy, or something a thought that makes you happy. Just listen to it, or just think about it.
Right, absolutely. In fact, there is something stage that's a funny one as well. If you have some friends with you, if you have some colleagues with you, and you're going to give a stage speech, and on the big stage, they're giving a lot of advices. That comes in your mind, and you'll say that what am I going to do and who am I going to listen? Right, so that happens actually. You don't need to listen to anyone. The tip that you got from your side, Omar, that listen to the song, which is the favorite one, and that will definitely work.
Well, I'll share with you a personal story. When I was the 12 years old boy who stood on
Yeah.
stage, because I was in that place where everyone was giving me advices. Put your glasses, don't put your glasses. Don't listen to people. Don't look at them. Don't. And I was in the middle of the speech, and then I remember that my sister said, "Remove your glasses." And then there
Yeah.
was this thought inside of me while I am performing, that what if my sister got upset of me because I didn't remove my glasses? And then I removed my glasses. I can't see anything now. That's why I'm gonna put them in. But when I removed my glasses, people were like, "Wow, he's full of confidence." And I was like, "Okay, it worked." But basically, if you listen to those advices, just
Yeah.
take what actually sounds comfortable to you,
Right.
and go.
Right. Thank you so much for the useful advices, Umar. Okay, I got coming from Nurul Huda, a useful topic. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Okay, I got a long question. Umar, nice to see you first. A funny, awkward question about those moments when you locked in an eye contact with a. This is a funny one as well. Yes, absolutely. With one of the audience unaware, let him
Yes.
feel. Yes.
Thank you, Marwan, for this question. Well, basically, we lock up ourselves with this person from the audience, because the only guilt that this audience had, that he or she was really nice. When I smiled, she smiled, or he smiled. So basically, I feel that this is a friendly audience, that I just keep looking at them. And this is actually very, very confusing, because if I'm in the audience and I'm nice and I'm going to smile to you because you're talking to me, but I don't want you to look at me all the time. You have to look around. You have to give attention to everyone. Thank you, Marwan, for this.
Yeah, in fact, Parvan, the same thing I want to add up with, in fact, Omar's advice as well. See, if you have a big stage, the audience and the stage space is very, so much, right? So, in fact, you cannot see each other. And in fact, you cannot gaze into the eyes of the people or the audience as well. Unfortunately, if your room is very small and you have a lot of audience and they are like something like they are over of you, now you have to be very careful looking at them, right? So what I've learned from my experience is that you need to look it on their forehead. So when you look at when you're looking at their forehead, what they'll actually be feeling something like you're looking on their eyes, and that's true. Just try looking at the forehead and don't look at their eyes. So definitely your confidence will just shackle. So please, Umar, if you want.
Well, I thank you very much. I agree with you on this, but looking into the eye is very important, because I will feel connected. If you look into my eyes, I will feel that you're connecting with me. Even if I'm saying something and then I look at you and say, right, then I feel like, yeah, actually I matter. I don't have a dump of content that I have and then I'm going to throw it on you. No. I'm confident. I own my stage and I own myself, and then I am just giving you attention. So yes, this is important.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you for asking more one question, and I hope that you got the answer from Omar. Omar is very inspiring, special person. God bless you. You are, Omar. Definitely you are.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Azzuddin.
Right. I'll ask you how much you are confident when you will be on stage at your wedding, Omar.
Well, don't. No. Well, this is a different topic.
Okay,
Well,
thank you.
I'm someone who likes attention, so I'll be really, really happy about it.
Great. I heard a big welcome to our guest from the Jordan. Can you please provide tips on the giving strong presentation? Talking about the presentation, yes.
Yes. Well, presentation is different than speech. Presentation allows me to have a digital tool behind me,
Yes.
and to use PowerPoint, Prezi, or whatever. But there are two main things in this. The first thing is, I don't want to let people feel that I'm dependent on the tool. This is very important.
Nice.
Like if I did not click, then I don't know what is going on next. text. No, you have to feel that this is only an aid tool, and I'm just putting it for your own amusement, but you have to listen to me. This is very important. That's why what do people do, Mr. Fareed? They actually write everything they want to say on the presentation slide. Then you feel that, okay, well, and then they start reading. And then, okay, but why are you reading to me? First, I can read. Second, please email it to me, I'll read it. Then why are you standing in front of me? And my advice for a strong presentation, add photos, add videos. This is very important. And bullet points as well. Bullet points. You know, there's this thing for you, Fareed, try to do it for your next presentation. In the first 10 slides, add only 40 words. You know,
absolutely.
10 slides only have 40 words. This is going to be a challenge, by the way. People say, oh yeah, I'll try. But then when you find that you have lots of rich content and you don't know what to do with it, then you will definitely start pruning and then omitting and trying to do the best to get into the point. Thank you, Fareed, for your question.
Absolutely, Omar. Very nice tips. In fact, I want to add some few points as well. Fareed, see, if you that the point that Omar has raised is a very good, that you have to minimize your words on the screen, right? You better use the videos or the photos, right? In case your presentation requires some contents, you don't write to make some lot of essays, something like you have to write on the paragraph and you start reading something like this. Don't do that. That will really ruin your presentation, and the audience will get bored and they do want to listen to your speech. Yeah.
I won't tell you again. I won't tell you, hey, calm down. I won't do that, because this doesn't happen. I stay silent. I will play with my cell phone until you finish, and then I'll get the clap, by the way. But it is what's important, don't do that.
Right. And the other thing that the Omar has advised, that you don't have to be dependent on the presentation, because for example, if there is an electricity breakdown, what would you do? Right? So you have to think about it as well. Yes, you have to remember what you're going to present. Yes, that's true, Omar. Absolutely.
You know, I've seen trainers and their field of work is training, and if they don't have electricity, if something happens to their presentation, they just freak out. But for God's sake, you're a trainer. You're supposed to be. The stage is you. Actually, you are the one who has to address. And then this is only an AD. Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your professional advice. Fareed, I hope that you got some tips. Thank you so much, Fareed. Okay, I got a question from Marwan again. Omar, nice to see you. A funny, awkward question. I think this is the same question. Yeah. Right. Okay, Nurul, I have a question. How can I overcome the tension in the first minute of the public talks? We have covered this one, but if you want to add anything, please.
Especially when there are large numbers of attendants. Thank you, for this question. Well, from my perspective, the larger the audience, I'll just feel more comfortable, because if I have a small group of people, and then the idea of them asking me more questions or stopping me is more. So I will be more stressed. But if I have a large audience, I have a speech, then I'm going to say it, people will clap. This makes things better, more better. But how can I overcome the tension in the first minutes of public talks? I do not overcome it. I get along with it. And my advice, Noor, listen to your favorite song. Prepare the first 2 sentences inside your head. Practice well, and you will feel that your heart is pounding. You will feel that you don't want to do it, but at least you will be practiced well, and you will do.
Right, absolutely. Thank you, Umar, and thank you, Nurulda, for asking the question. In fact, I want to add something as well. For example, for the larger audience, Umar, do you think that is it okay to just get off from the stage, get close to the audience, walk in middle of the audience and talk to them as well? Or it's better to stay on the stage, please?
Well, the stage is yours, Nobody has this rule of, you cannot move around. Well, move around. Make people suffer. Make people look around with you, move around and go ahead and do whatever you want. The stage is yours. This is a very important point for every speaker. People think that it's about that they're going to lose control, but they actually have the control. Move around. Do whatever you want.
Absolutely. Right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Omar. Okay, got a question from as well, Omar. I'm always remembering your advice about the leverage in the public speaking.
Yes, thank you very much, Mahmoud, for mentioning this. Leverage is, I have something, sir, you don't know. I'll tell you what leverage is. Do you know what is my next topic now? Well, you do know because I told you before. But when I'm on stage and you're listening to me, you have no idea what I'm going to say next. So if I look at you and then I figured out that I think that the next topic might hurt your feelings, I might remove it and you will never know. You will never know what's my next sentence. This is the leverage. I can tell you that, sir, I have a very interesting point that I'm going to tell you at the end of this session. And I might be bluffing, I might be bluffing. You will be
people will remain engaged. Yeah.
Like, yes, I'll just listen. Did he finish? When is he going to finish? This is the level. Thank you very much, Mahmoud, for and this gives me the confidence as well. This gives me the confidence. This gives me the idea that I own the stage.
Yeah. In fact, the people will remain engaged till the end. That whatever is going to tell us actually.
But after you have to tell something, even if you don't. You have to.
That's right, too. Thank you so much, Mahmoud. Thank you for asking the question. And very useful tips, Hana says. And got a question from Sukena. She said, please, could you tell us about how to encourage our kids to be a good public speaking person like you? Because, Omar, you were a kid as well, the 12 years kid. So you can advise better.
Well, I know this is painful. But because it requires from us lots of attention and lots of patience, but we have to allow our kids to speak. We have to allow them to address whatever they have in their minds, and we have to make them finish their sentences. This is a problem that we have, that we don't listen to our kids. We don't give them the floor. We feel that it's fine. I know what you want. It's okay. I'll just do it for you. But at the end, it's not giving us the confidence to say what we want to say.
Right.
This is the first. Second, public speaking apps, public speaking practices, examples. Give them a speech. Let them talk about it. Give them a topic and tell them tell me about it. Tell me about that topic, and let them just improvise. It might be, sometimes it might be it's not logical, what they're saying, but it's building inside of them the confidence of a public speaker. It's building inside of them the idea that I can say whatever I want to say, and I will know how to say it. Thank you, Sukena, for this. Right,
Sukena, thank you for the asking. I hope that you got the answer from her. Thank you so much. I got another comment from Romeo Mount. Some people are afraid to speak in groups. We have covered a few of the points, but if you want to add anything, Omar.
Well. Speaking of in groups is a monster, to be honest. Romeo, it is a monster, and for the sake of everything, it is you are going to be afraid, but what you have to do is practice well, and listen to your favorite song before you go into stage, or make victory. You just imagine yourself you won something and make those victory things before you go on stage. You will feel a hell of a difference. I promise you this.
Right. Thank you so much, Romeo. I hope that you got the answer. And any tip to make the balance between the presentation and eye contact?
Yes, of course. Well, if I have the presentation and there is a point where I want to ask people a question, or I want to emphasize on a point, this is the moment where you can connect with people. If I'm talking about the importance of of hygiene in with COVID-19. Then I would talk about it, and then I would say, and what we have to do is to cover our faces. And then when I say cover our faces, Mahmoud, I would look at some of the audience or one of the audience. This is, I can make the balance between my presentation and the eye contact. When there is a point I want to emphasize, or whether there is a question, because some people, when they ask the question, they ask it in general, like, okay, what do you think about it? No, connect with people. Ask the question and then look into their eyes. You will find someone, and you know this, Mahmoud, well, because Mahmoud is a very good trainer. He gets this point where I feel that you have something to say, but you don't want to say it. You just need someone to push you. So I would say, well, would you like to talk? People will like, okay, I want to talk, but I'm not into it. So connecting with people in this way will give you an insight of who is going to participate with you. Thank you, Mahmoud.
Right. I got another the question which actually every trainer have faced during the presentations. There is some audience, they're going to pinpoint you again and again. There are some, the hard-headed people. In fact, they are going to pinpoint you. They might feel that the trainer is nothing in front of me. I'm more confident than the trainer. They might feel that they have the more knowledge. But again, they're going to, be giving hard time to the trainer. The first thing is, how would you tackle those people? The first point. The next question is, those people, they have some habits to ask the question which just comes from out of the box, which is not the current, related to the current topic. So is it good to give the answer, although you know the answer, but is it good to give them the answer which is the question that comes from out of the box, or you have to just give them the shut up call?
Well, from my advice, never give the shut up call. Never.
Okay.
Because if you have someone who's really admiring the idea that I want to hunt you down while you're standing, they will never stop, even if you shut them down. But what you should do is actually, I want to remind you, you're on the stage and you're the one who's standing. So if you tell them that, well, basically, can we please talk about this after the session? They will say, yeah, okay, thank you, no problem. Thank you, we will do this, even if they're bullying you. The second question you asked, if they're asking me a question that it's out of the topic, I know the answer. Well, my advice, tell them that thank you very much for your question. This is an important topic that you're addressing, but you know what? Allow me to talk more about it in the next session. Can we do that? If you give them this, they'll be like, yes, they will feel empowered. I just gave from my power, gave them this power, and then I told them, yes, please, like, do you allow me to do that? If they say no, then tell them, then, okay, I will talk about it. Let's say that they said, no, we want to talk about it now. Tell them then, okay, how about we talk about it in the next hour, let's say, because I have something to cover. Now I gain the power because I have the leverage, I have the stage. So I tell them that I want to cover this, and then we will cover it, and then it will be like determined, but in a very nice way.
Absolutely true. Umar, have you ever experienced the audience which ever tried to pull your legs during the presentation? The indirect remarks, they're shouting, or they're trying to laugh, or they're trying to make the people laugh. So how do you tackle such audience?
Well, to be honest, I like them. I like them because because sometimes they just help you with the presentation. Think about it this way. They might give an insight or give an example. Even though if you have it, you can build on it. They will help you. Take it as an aiding tool. They're going to help you with your presentation. And believe it or not, the people who are really hard in the presentation we become really good friends after that, because I'm nice to them, and this is very hard. This is very hard when you have a topic in mind and you want to cover, and there's someone who's irritating you, literally irritating you. It's very hard, but With practice, you will know how to be nice and determined with them. Give them the floor, but with limits. And you know, tell them, come on, help me. Come on, why don't you help me with this session? Why don't
Great.
you support me with this? You know, this is something else.
Like make them engage in your presentation. Yeah.
Make them engaged. Make them engaged.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Is it fine to talk to audience before your presentations? For example, if you know that this room contains 20 people of my audience, which where I'm going to deliver my speech, is it okay to have a conversation before your speech with them, just to make them and make yourself comfortable, or you have to be go and start your conversation like you are very new to them?
Well, thank you very much for this question. If you can build the barrier between them and you, and you can say that I am the speaker, you are the audience, and then you are going to listen to me, but don't do that. You know, if you go and talk to them, you will feel more comfortable. You will get to know that this is a person, actually, this is a human, and he wants to be here. He's not forced to, and he is actually looking forward for my speech, and this will give me confidence. You know, this will give me an excitement, part of excitement that yes, I would love to now. I would love to be on stage now because you are looking forward to what I want to say. So yes, please go and talk to them. Go and talk to the audience, and
Right.
build a connection with them, because whenever you feel that you're hesitant, just look at them, but don't lock yourself with them, like Marwan said.
Thank you so much for your advice, Omar. I got a lot of questions. Allow me to just ask a couple of questions again, then I'll take from the audience. What I was asking about, for example, what was the question actually that is skipped from my mind? Let me go check from the audience, then I'll
See, you've just did that. You are yourself. You're natural.
Yeah.
See, if you're not yourself, then you will be like, oh God, I forgot the question. What am I going to do? But you were honest. I forgot the question. I will just move into the next one. Thank you very much for this slide.
Yeah. Let me check from the audience, then I'll get back to my question. In fact, All right. Inshallah, you will see your kids as you want and more. Thank you, inshallah.
Thank you very much.
Right, inshallah. Thank you so much. Thank you. He says thank you. I think he got the answer.
Okay.
From you.
I'm glad I
got a big question from Raja. Naveed Raja. Let me introduce him. He's my senior professional in HR. So I really respect him and admire him, and I really listen his shows. Got the knowledge in in laws and the industrial laws and the HR laws. So he's a perfect guy. So I got a question from him. Silence is the best strategy. This is the half truth which have been taught, but the complete sentence is the silence the best strategy. If you have nothing good to speak, yes. So we should speak as the speak learning with, in fact, the others. So that's advice from the Naveed Raja.
Thank you very much for the advice. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Naveed Raja Saab. Thank you. When should we start train our kids matter public speaking?
Well, kids are born with public speaking skills, but they don't speak, they cry. And then they give those facial expressions and they give this vocal variety, they give their tone. Mothers actually, they know that if the baby is crying in a way, then they know that they need to be fed. If they're crying in a way, that they need something else. And this is the public speaking bubble itself. But the moment they start speaking, when kids get introduced to this thing, because especially when they're 2 years old, there are more than thousands of trillions of neurons in their brains that they're getting connected together. And it is, while we're adults, we have half of those neurons with experience and with life. But when they're 2 years old, they have trillions of neurons. And if they start speaking, even if it's gibberish, even if it's something that it is doesn't make sense, they're just building neurons. They're just building connections inside their brains. So my advice, you should start training them when they start speaking. Before that, they have it by nature. Thank you for that question.
Very nice. So that means that the public speaking can be trained. It's not a natural that you can train your children as well.
definitely you can train your children as well. But if you're talented about public speaking, and if you're a well-trained public speaker, they're a little bit the same. But if you reach into a point where you need your talent, then you will find that by nature you're a good public speaker, you know. But for me, it's a skill that everyone can get trained on, and it is built inside us.
Okay, great. Thank you, Umar. Okay, before I forget this question, which that just I got it back.
Oh, yeah.
The question is actually the tips that you all over the given that you come up with some. You don't need to come up with like high or low. You come up with some, making some story, or for the first 10 minutes you have grabbed your audience, but in a sudden moment in the middle of your presentation you have given them a lot of knowledge about on any content on any topic, but you sudden moment you feel that now my audience is getting bored. What am I supposed to do?
Well, basically give them a 5 minutes break or 10 minutes break, and my advice, you need your audience to feel connected to you. So you tell them, I feel that you're getting now exhausted from from the knowledge or from lots of information. So I'm going to give you 10 minutes, and you will find people in your audience they will be like, yeah, thank you. That I wanted to tell you this, but I was afraid to tell you this, and thank you because you're connecting with us. After all, you don't want to give them lots of information in 2 hours, because it's not a task. It's not something that you should dump on them and then finish. You should connect with them. So if I start well with a bang, and then I feel that there's a story and they're excited and they're hooked and they're going well, but at some point they're going down, then it's fine. Then it's by nature. So just empower them again, give them a break, and then make them feel connected, and then start all over again. So you can do that.
Great. Thank you so much. Last question from my side, then I'll be definitely over to you, and you'll be giving us the ending note as well. And if we have left anything, then you can just continue.
Okay.
After your presentation, how do you retain or maintain your contacts with the audience for longer term? How does it benefit to you? Although that benefits to them, but how does it benefit to you?
What does it benefit to me? The content?
The relationship with the audience.
The relationship with the audience, yes.
After the presentation, yes.
For
the longer term.
People will come to you. There's some kind of feedback you get from people. People will come to you, and this is something more relieving for people who are afraid of public speaking. People will come to you in all ways, and they will come to they say, "Thank you very much, good speech." Even if they didn't get anything from it, But when people come to you and say, "Thank you," because there's a change in our behavior, or "Thank you because we felt we didn't feel the time, we didn't feel that." It has been. I can't imagine it has been 5 hours. I don't know how. Those kind of comments will build relationship with people later on, and then people will listen to you more. People will come to you later on because they know that you're the person who's going to give this. One more thing, if you allow me.
Yeah, sure.
Many times I share. And it's not about like I'm sorry if it seems like it's personal experience, but many times I share stories, or I share posts for other trainers, and then or for not other trainers, for trainings, and then people send me and say, "Are you going to conduct training?" I say, "No, I'm sorry, I'm not," and then they don't go. But I can encourage them. I tell them, "No, go, because like you built a connection here, the connection there." People relate to you, people will go to you, and you will feel that's into you. And it's not rocket science. It's all about connection. It's all giving the audience what they deserve.
Hello, Omar, can you hear us? I think we got disconnected, the connection from Omar. Well, let's wait for Omar again. Thank you so much, audience. So whoever joined us today, and definitely the questions were really, really, really important. So that helped me to, in fact, to learn a lot of things. And okay, let me try him again. Right. So that really helped me, in fact, to learn new things. Okay, we got him back. Okay, welcome back, Umar.
Yes, we got me. Thank you. I'm changing places, you know.
Yeah, just try it. Yeah.
I spent this session changing places.
It's your NAT is still struggling.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
So you're done with the last point?
Yes.
Okay, great. Right. So Umar, you left.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You left anything that you wanted to
Yes.
share with us in the end of the note?
Well, there's one point that I didn't mention, which is the filler words that people always say. And this is a little bit annoying, but my advice is take a breath always. You know, instead of saying hello, my name is, and I don't know if I am going to. This is annoying, but what you should do, as I mentioned before, the people will sooner or later listen to you, and they will get the information. So what you should do is just take a breath, you know, hello, and this is milliseconds. How are you? My name is Omar. You know, this if you take this breath, people will actually listen to you more, because you're being confident, you're being silent, and people will listen to you.
Right. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Omar. I want you to just share your worst experience during your presentations ever in your career, please.
My worst experience. Yes, I have a worst experience. You know, I was at work once, and I had to share numbers, and I'm not really good in numbers. And at some point, I had actually I had a difficult audience. They were all superiors, and they were all waiting for those numbers. And then I was presenting, and I was filled with confidence. And then one of them asked a question, and I had no idea how to answer. So I looked at the presentation, and I lost eye contact with them, and there was this awkward silence. And I was like, when I was looking at the presentation, I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? How am I going to answer this? And then I started saying, you know, after doing the calculations, and then when I started the sentence, which has nothing, you know, meaningless sentence, one of the superiors had a phone call, and he had to end the meeting. And I was like, I have no idea how this happened, you know? So it was a gift from God, you know?
It was very, in fact. Right. Thank you so much. In fact, you know, sometimes you find very good audience, even though you forget anything, and the audience felt that the trainer or the speaker is going to lose his confidence. What they do is they give you support, right? They you know, start speaking in the middle of it, and that actually helps you to, you know, regain your confidence again. And then that definitely that's a God bless from the God as well. Yeah.
This is very true. Yes.
Yeah. Right. So that's it from my side, Umar.
Well, I would like to thank you very much for this session. You know, we basically said for 45 minutes, and now we're 1 hour 25, and we don't want to stop. So thank you very much. Right?
45. Actually, 45 minutes was like something like just to grab you, and I knew that it's going to go more than 1 hour.
Perfect. I'm really glad to be here. And again, I am really inspired with your amazing efforts with meeting the experts.
Thank you so much.
Work that you're doing, and I would love to be in any kind of support for you, brother, in any kind of support you need. Thank you very much.
we'll be definitely talking on another topic as well some other day, maybe after Eid. And thank you so much, Umar, for your support. And I really admire your the conference skill as well. And the things which I have learned from you is you're a very good human being. Absolutely, that's true.
Thank you very much. I truly respect that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Umar. Thank you. And thank you, audience, and the fan of your Umar that you actually listen our show and you supported my page. Umar, you have any page or that you want to tell our audience that they need to look?
Well, to be honest, no, I still didn't develop my own page. I'm in the process.
You should.
But definitely I will. Thank you very much for the advice.
I'll be the first one who will be following your page, in fact, inshallah.
Well, I already followed your page, so we'll be even. Thank you very much.
All right. That's it from my. Thank you. Eid Mubarak. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Okay, that was really, really, really wonderful session with Umar, and thank you again, Umar, for joining our vlog. And that was really amazing, and that was really, the session contains a lot of knowledge. In fact, I'm going to watch this session again, and I'll definitely be reviewing what I said and what Umar said, which definitely helped me to review the points. And I'm just going to note down the points which I'll be implementing in my presentations, and that really will help me as well. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I want to share one more thing with all of you, that some of the feedback that I got from the different people was they said that your sessions are very long. Let me be very clear to them. See, if you want to learn anything, that's a skill. Public speaking is a skill, and the skill cannot be learned in just 20 minutes. It's half an hour. Although the name of my page is vlog, right? Vlog, but that's not a vlog. That's something like the live sessions with the different experts, and you want to grab a lot of things from the experts, and that will go long. So you have to bear with us. So that happens if you want to learn any, the soft skills that are going to help your career. So you have to listen to long sessions. The skill cannot be learned in 15 or 20 minutes or half an hour. So that's going to be long. That's true. This is the answer of your feedback, guys. And thank you so much for support. And do follow us on our Arsal's Vlog page and the YouTube channel as well, which I'm going to share the link on this stage. Thank you so much again, and Eid Mubarak. Inshallah, we'll be taking some other sessions as well soon, and I'll be announcing on my stage. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.